Dear students, in this video lecture, we'll discuss about the model 2, that is the stability analysis tools for the smart grid. In this video lecture, I am trying to discuss about the stability. What do you mean by stability? Introductory part of the stability. Then we'll discuss on the strength and weaknesses of existing voltage stability analysis tools. Later we talk little bit about the phasor measurement unit and what about the smart meters. Let us start the introductory part of the stability. As already you know, the stability of the power system is very important. How you define the stability, that is already we discussed several time in the power system subject. So as we know how the stability of the power system is very important, so in case of smart grid, how we are going to define the stability factor, that is the important issue. Usually in case of electric power network, when we are trying to expand in worldwide, what happens there is, when you are trying to expand the networks, so several generation points you need to consider. Then how you are going to accommodate all those different generating sources, and what are the issues of interoperability comes into picture, and how you are going to handle the different generating resources across the power system network. That is the most important point, and these all integration of these all renewables will directly affect the stability issue. So to make or to do the operational as well as planning guidance, some of the analytical tools are used. They will provide some of the planning as well as operational guidance to the limited studying system, with by using the static as well as dynamic models of the generators, buses, controllers, as well as the fact devices. So in this regard already some of the research people are working. So the work is already undertaken to upgrade these analytical tools which are already working in the power system. They must include the predictability as well as adaptiveness, and to provide the solutions for managing the power system of the future, because currently the power system is stable, we can say that. But how you need to enhance the stability when you are talking about the smart grid as a entity. So when we are talking about the smart grid, there are several issues comes into picture related to the interoperability. So those issues how you are going to solve, that is only by upgrading the analytical tools whatever currently we are using. Now let us discuss what are the strength and weaknesses of existing voltage stability analysis tools. So already we discussed what is the use of analytical tools, and especially some of the important analytical tools we are going to use, especially whenever the voltage stability point comes into picture, and what are the characteristics of those analytical tools, and how those analytical tools are addressing the voltage stability issues of the smart grid. Related to that particular point, how you are thinking that the new analytical tools whatever we are going to propose for the smart grid, how different those analytical tools as compared to the present analytical tools which are used in the existing power system network. About those points we are trying to discuss. That itself we are calling it as a strength and weaknesses of the existing voltage stability analysis tools. These are the some of the inherent characteristic of the analytical tools. The very first analytical tool is the robustness. So already we know about this. This will talk about the This will talk about the persistence of a system characteristic behavior under the perturbation or the condition of uncertainty. Whenever the condition of uncertainty comes into picture, how your system characteristic behavior will change, that will define the robustness. Then the next one is the scalability. The scalability, it will show the ability of a system or a network or a process, how it is going to accommodate the growing amount of work whatever we are going to carry. Then it also defines the ability to be enlarged to accommodate the growth of the particular network. So scalability means while expanding your current system, how you are going to accommodate these all issues, that is the scalability. Stochasticity, next one is the stochasticity. This is also called as a random probability. In general word we can call it as a random probability. What the stochasticity will define is it's a time development. It is a deterministic or essential probabilistic that is analyzable in terms of probability. So certain issues of the power system are analyzed by based on the time development probability issues. Those all are taken in the stochasticity behavior. The next one is predictivity. How the predictivity characteristic will be included in the analytical tools, because the predictivity is very rigorous. It is usually it is a quantitative behavior or quantitative characteristic that forecast what will occur under the specific conditions, and if some specific conditions will occur, then how your system behavior will takes place. Those are predictions we are going to do in this predictive characteristic. The next characteristic is your adaptability. So how the adaptability, how the system adopts its behavior according to the changes in the environment or in parts of the system itself, if any changes are there, how your system is going to adapt these all changes, that is the adaptability. Usually the online real-time acquisition and instantaneous acquisition of data, that is also one more characteristic of the analytical tools. So these characteristics, inherent characteristics, the each and every analytical tool must have. Now let us study what are the other suitable tools what we are going to use for the particular network. So sorry, just yeah. Other suitable tools and techniques whatever we have is around wide area monitoring techniques. So this is most important to measure the voltage, current, the angle, frequency, the control series and available resources for the various load state conditions. The different wide area monitoring techniques are currently used, and still the researchers are trying to upgrade the different techniques of wide area monitoring. And there are three issues here also. One is the wide area monitoring, the second one is wide area monitoring and protection, then wide area monitoring, protection and control. So these three issues comes into picture, but maximum time the researchers are talking about the WAM, that is only wide area monitoring techniques. So here the data is usually assumed or computed for the static model. With the advent of the GPS importance, the new advances in the design of PMU, the new advances in the design of smart meters, state estimation and FIDR monitor and control of data for assessing the stability, mitigating the volatility and achieving a high order efficiency and reliability. Some tools are used, some techniques are used for this purpose. Let us discuss what you mean by the phasor measurement unit. See, the phasor measurement unit is one of the most important high speed time synchronized digital recorder. Usually it measures the voltage, current, frequency in the transmission system along with the phase angle. and it calculates the voltage and current magnitudes and phase angles, as well as real and reactive power flows. Usually the PMUs are fixed at the transmission network. In Indian scenario, the PMUs are already situated in a transmission network and they are not at all connected to the distribution network, and they are one of the most important measuring devices, and per day around 1 GB of data will be generated by a single PMU, where it is very faster as compared to SCADA. So in SCADA, around 3 to 4 seconds one event or one data it will be generated, but in 1 second around 50 samples it will collect from the measuring devices. So that much faster this device as compared to the SCADA system. The PMU data can be applied to the following applications. One is the PMU data can be used for the asset management. Asset management means whatever the different equipments are there which are connected in the power system, they are called as the assets. So for those all equipment management, the PMU data can be used. Then the voltage stability, for maintaining the voltage at the stable level, the PMU data can be used. It can be used for angle stability assessment also, and for designing the optimum controls also the PMU data can be used. So this picture I have shown you one sample PMU where the different parameters are recorded. Usually the PMUs are situated at the grid levels, at the transmission grid level, that the data whatever this PMU will collect from the sensors, that data from the PMU, the data will be given to the PDC, data concentrators, phasor data concentrators. There the PDC will acquire the data from the various PMUs. There at the PDC level the control actions will be taken. So this is the picture of the PMU sample picture whatever I have shown you. Let us discuss about the smart meters. So already you know what you mean by smart meters. These are usually the two-way electronic communication meters. They will measure the reading of any of the parameter. Usually this is a device which measures the electricity, and the smart meters are also used to measure the gas level. The smart meters are also used to measure the water consumption also. So in various applications the smart meters are used. These smart meters are usually involve a real time near real time sensors. They are connected, and power outage notifications also it will give, as well as it will be used for the power quality monitoring also. These smart meters are also believed to be less costly, and they are alternative to the traditional interval or time of use meters, and are intended to be used on a wide scale with all customer classes, including the residential customers. These smart meters may be a part of smart grid, but alone do not constitute the smart grid. So these smart grids are very important assets of the smart grid, and they are usually connected at the customer level, so that the customer will get an idea about the consumption of electricity. So the smart meters are playing a vital role as far as the operation of the smart grid is considered. Usually they are two-way electronic digital meters. They will communicate whatever the data, whatever the consumption of every customer is there, that will be automatically given to the person who is monitoring the individual customers. So this is about the smart meters. In the next video lecture we will talk about the next part of module 2, that is about the design architecture for smart grid with renewable energy resources. Thank you.